Domus Chain. Here is what we need to do. We're going to create a proprietary chain called Domus Chain. There are a few different components. Digital ID. The first thing needed is to create an ID for buyers and sellers that stores information and a digital wallet to store assets on-chain. Second, you have to develop a non-fungible representation of the real property on-chain. Domus Deed. Domus Deed will store all of the property records, like the maintenance records, the chain of title, inspection reports, and any data related to the tokenized asset. Appraisal APP. We already have an appraisal firm. We will take the standard operating procedures and create an automated valuation model, which is going to be revolutionary. The benefit of this is going to be big. I've looked at a lot of the automated valuation software out there, and the problem is that they generate values based on different algorithms than traditional appraisers. What most of them do is look at the problem of solving the value in a way they think is best. For example, an appraiser generates their market value based on 3 to 6 comps. I've seen companies that will look at 300 and think it is better, so their model will be skewed and differ from a typical appraised value. I looked at Zillow's job page and saw no appraisers for hire, and they are generating values on residential properties. One might wonder why they lost $880 million in forecasting the price of homes they purchased. Many to their peril ignore the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which is Fannie Mae. It's about as bad as ignoring the Fed in financial markets. If you want to sell a house in this country, it needs to be based on market value that is in line with Fannie and Freddie. Fannie and Freddie dictate how market value is determined. They dictate it to the appraiser, and the appraiser provides it on a Fannie Mae report. 90% of appraisals that are done on a Fannie and Freddie report. So if you're not creating a model that's based on what Fannie and Freddie guidelines dictate, then you're not going to be very successful in valuing properties that sell. This is common among most AVMs. They are not bridging the gap between their AVM and the 800-pound gorilla. They want the gorilla to come to them, but an 800-pound gorilla is probably not going to move on someone else's terms. Our appraisal app and ROI home services will be a bridge between real-world investors like Fannie and Freddie and the digital world. You've got to have a bridge between your automated valuation and reality. I'm an appraiser, and I've been able to create a business where a bulk of the valuation process is done by staff. I've trained staff. I'm going to take that same training and train it to an AI model. It can be trained and it can be automated. The entire process can be done in seconds. I've broken it down. I've taught it to people all across the world, and we sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of this every single year. So we can take what we know from ROI home services and move it to the cloud and on-chain. This is really key. This is the key to unlocking value everywhere, as that number is needed by everyone. People can't make a decision if they don't know what the value is. How can I give you a mortgage if I cannot generate a reliable value? Usually, we loan a percentage of the collateral like 55%, 65%, etc. That value has to be able to be generated immediately. So that means all of the standard operating procedures that we use have to be automated and put into the system. This is going to open up everything else. This is going to help unlock the mortgage on-chain. Horizon I. Now let me step back just a moment. In order to get automated valuations, you're going to need to be able to inspect the property in real time. This is the biggest hang-up in the industry and keeps appraisers employed. If you produce a digital representation of the property in real time on-chain, this will solve the inspection problem. This can be done through digital twin technology. With a real-time digital representation of the property, the algorithms can immediately be able to generate a value. In order to do this, we will need to install 3D rendering equipment that can help create a 3D digital representation. We need to build a 3D camera system, our proprietary camera system. We're going to call that Horizon I. Horizon Core. For Horizon Eye to operate, the data from the cameras has to be processed locally, and then it has to be communicated on-chain. So to make that connection, you have to have a central processing unit in every single property that connects on-chain. This is what we call Horizon Core, Horizon New and Existing IntelliHome, Horizon Core, Horizon Eye, Domus Deed and Domus ID combined with standard smart home technology, and now you've created an intelligent home. Not only will we be finding fantastic deals and selling them at a profit, but our value add is the houses will not just be normal homes. They will be Horizon IntelliHomes equipped with Horizon Core, Horizon Eye, Domus Deed, Domus ID, and with our operating company, we will start to generate the apps that will be able to power transactions on-chain. Mortgage app. The appraisal app, by analyzing digital representation, can appraise the home instantly. The mortgage app can now underwrite the transaction with an appraisal in hand. The borrower, who has created a digital ID with all their qualifying information, can connect with the mortgage app. The mortgage app can instantly underwrite the borrower's assets, the borrower's liabilities, and their credit is connected. Everything is connected, so instant underwriting and funding can be done based on the information stored in Domus ID and Domus Deed. Insurance app. Also, with a digital representation of the home on-chain, the insurance app can instantly bind coverage. Now instantly, our buyer John can walk into a property, see immediately their financing options, choose an offer price and down payment. The transaction is automatically processed on-chain and able to close the transaction instantly. So this is the path from 30 days to 30 seconds. Initially, mass market adoption to the broader market will be slow because most buyers, less early adopters and techies, will just want to buy a cool house. But a very small percentage of the rehab budget of our homes will be spent to install Horizon Core and Horizon Deed. So installing the technology won't significantly affect our margins. As we sell houses with this technology, we are creating nodes on our chain. Network effects. Hundreds of homes per year are going to start being added to the network. I think that our real estate community will more rapidly adopt this technology. We can offer proper products and services that will help speed up the transactions. For the people in our real estate investment community, these things should be more rapidly adopted. Rapid appraisals, instant title, fractionalized ownership, tokenizing ownership, all sorts of things that will help the real estate investment community be able to move value back and forth between wholesalers, retailers, flippers, and renters. Marketplace. To get to mainstream, the key will be the marketplace. So as we start to work with motivated sellers, our real estate investment community and our buyers will be our core base that we will be able to deploy, test, and debug until we have a market-ready product. Design app. By bringing in a marketplace so that we offer this out to vendors to create their applications and services on the marketplace that can immediately help people. So there will be an easy and frictionless app where if John needs a move, he can go into the marketplace after purchasing the property, and he can instantly order moving services to coordinate the moving. He might decide that he wants to do a renovation, so he can connect with the design app, and let's say he wants to add on an addition. The design app can automatically be able to design plans and specs and specifications for the addition, and he'll be able to see it in real time through our integration with Metaverse. Metaverse. Apple and Meta are spending billions to build out this space. We need to be there. So the marketplace and Metaverse, I believe, will be the vehicle that launches this to where it could be a trillion-dollar venture. Let's think about it. Who do you think might be interested in this product? Once the system is refined, would it be a useful product for iBuyers, home builders, developers, and property managers? You can reduce the closing time from 30 days to 30 seconds. You can make transactions less expensive. I'm estimating that the typical transaction costs between 5 and 10% of the transaction. Using the Domus platform, it will likely cost 1 to 2%. Our buyers will eventually become sellers. Are they going to sell this property the traditional route now that they're on chain? Or are they going to come back through the marketplace to sell the property cheaper and faster? Or maybe they don't want to sell. They could go to the mortgage app and get instant financing options. Or they could fractionalize their Domus deed and sell 20% of their equity. This marketplace has the potential to unlock $400 trillion of locked-up capital and move it back and forth around the world instantly. What happens when you open that pipe's cap? The people at the base of that pipe, when the equity starts pouring out with products and services in hand, may find themselves unreasonably rich. By no means will this be easy. Many middlemen will fight progress. People resist change. Governments will be slow to adopt new technology. But I believe on the other end of this fight, there is a client that wants faster and cheaper real estate transactions. I believe the illiquid walls surrounding the equity or real-world assets are ready to be penetrated. I believe we can attract a talented team of individuals who will buy into the mission of modernizing the real estate market to clear this wall. Randy Pausch's last lecture, he stated, "The brick walls are there for a reason. The brick walls are not there to keep us out. The brick walls are there to give us a chance to show how badly we want something. Because the brick walls are there to stop the people who don't want it badly enough. They're there to stop the other people.